Good evening, Business Beat listeners. This is WII-FM News, bringing you the latest developments in business innovation. I'm Walter Winner, and here is tonight's Business Beat. Tonight we bring you a remarkable story from the West Coast, where a revolutionary presentation technique is changing the way business gets done. Our story begins with Mike Colgate, a salesman who found himself facing what many would consider a presenter's worst nightmare. Picture this, if you will. You walk into what you expect to be a small conference room meeting, only to find yourself standing before an auditorium filled with 100 expectant faces. Your presentation was designed for 6 people around a mahogany table, not a crowd that could fill a small theater. But surprise situations are generally not a problem for Colgate because he uses a different approach to his sales presentations. It's called a selective narrative. Colgate was a co-developer of the technique. He describes what happened when he used the technique in the auditorium situation.
I opened it up with my story, as I typically do. We jumped around wherever we wanted to, and it was very dynamic. I talked with them for an hour. None of them left. They were all engaged. Not a single person walked out during the entire hour.
The selective narrative technique addresses what presentation consultants call the parachute problem. When sales professionals are dropped into unexpected situations, often where they present to audiences they've never met. Traditional presentations, with their rigid agendas and linear progression, can fall flat because they can't adapt to the specific interests and needs of each unique audience. Selective narratives are designed to adapt to audience needs on the fly. But the selective narrative does more than just solve logistical problems. Industry experts report that this approach creates genuine engagement because audience members have control over their experience. They're not passive recipients of information. They're active participants in shaping the conversation. The technique relies on advanced features in presentation software, specifically features called Zoom and Sections in Microsoft PowerPoint. These tools allow presenters to move seamlessly between topics without the awkward fumbling that happens when you try to do this with a linearly designed presentation. The other co-developer of the technique, presentation designer Joe Pops, notes an unexpected benefit.
One thing we found is that presenters don't get bored doing the same presentation over and over again. Each audience is different, and the presenter doesn't know how the presentation will unfold. This keeps things interesting for everyone involved.
The implications could be far-reaching for business presenters. In an era where time is money and attention spans are shorter than ever, any technique that can keep an audience engaged throughout an entire presentation represents a significant competitive advantage. Of course, the selective narrative isn't without its challenges. It requires a more sophisticated preparation and a deeper understanding of presentation software than traditional approaches. But for companies where the stakes are high, and when is that not the case in today's competitive marketplace, the investment in development time and training is going to be worth it. Will the selective narrative revolutionize corporate communications? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. In boardrooms and auditoriums around the world, presenters are discovering that sometimes the best way to lead an audience is to let them choose their own path. This has been Walter Winner, WII-FM Business Beat. We'll return after these messages with the latest from Wall Street, Bay Street, and a special report on the changing face of international trade.
Brill cream, Brill cream, Brill cream, Brill cream, a little dabble do ya. Brill cream, you look so debonair. Brill cream, the gals will all pursue ya. They'll love to get their fingers in your hair.
Attention business owners, are your sales presentations putting customers to sleep? Well, wake up and smell the profits. Boring Don't Sell is the revolutionary book that's turning tired sales pros into sales sensations. Learn the secrets that you don't want your competitors to know. Transform dull pitches into dynamic presentations. Make your competition wonder what hit them. Get Boring Don't Sell today at Amazon or anywhere ebooks are sold. Boring Don't Sell. Take your presentations from mundane to memorable.